Manifesting the impossible. So changing your eye color, healing cavities, changing your facial structure. Is it possible and how? Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a Law of Attraction coach. And if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and tap the bell because I put out 3 to 4 new videos every week. If you've been listening to me for a while, you will know that I teach the impossible. I encourage the impossible because nothing is impossible. And so today I wanted to talk about all different things that we have been told that we can't do or is out of our control, and how exactly we can believe in those and manifest them. Most of the time you will find success stories about the things that you're wanting to manifest, even if it's just 1 or 2. Sometimes there aren't going to be any. There aren't going to be any or many, and so you need to rely on yourself to manifest the things that you want. And you came here into this physical body wanting and intending to do so. So I'm going to point out a few things in this video that can help you manifest things and help you to believe that you can. Firstly, let's talk about the placebo effect. What is the placebo effect? It is the power of your mind. It is evidence of the power of your mind. And so when you're trying to manifest something that maybe you don't know if it's possible or not many people have done it, you can often manifest it through using something like subliminals or a certain product. I've had a lot of questions about subliminals, and I just want to point out that I do think that they are effective, but they are more effective if you believe they are. If you believe you're going to get the results, then you will. Whereas if you are skeptical or doubtful or negative and you just don't really think it's going to work and you're listening to these subliminals, most likely they're not going to work for you. You could manifest what you want through diet. You could manifest what you want through a product or a natural remedy. But the common denominator out of all these things is your belief. It's about your belief. So if you don't believe that you can manifest something just like that really easily and effortlessly, then you will be led to something that does help you manifest it and that is in alignment with the beliefs that you hold now. So for example, I remember looking into changing your facial structure, changing bones, using anything, but mostly using your mind, using the law of attraction. And I did find a few stories of people who had done this, and I also found stories of people who had accomplished this through diet. They went on a specific diet for whatever reason, and it actually changed their face shape. And so you can manifest things through all different avenues, and you might not even realize that it's going to come through this path. But if something feels like the right decision for you right now, follow it, because that's guidance and you don't know what might manifest from it. I've read stories of people who've changed their eye color using subliminals, people who have changed their alignment of their face, the symmetry of their face using facial yoga. Quite a lot of people who have used natural remedies and natural diets to actually heal and reverse cavities in their teeth. What I'm wanting you to understand is that you don't need to go find the right diet. You don't need to go find the right action to take. But when you practice alignment with what you want, you will receive the action to take if that is the path for you. And so the real reason that these natural remedies worked for these people, that the face yoga, that these diets worked for certain people, is because of their beliefs. It was the path of least resistance for these people. You might not know the way it's going to manifest right now. You might not know how it's going to come. But how is not your work. How is the universe's work. It is not your job to worry about how it's going to come or try to figure it out. That is the universe. Once you are in alignment with your desire, which means you are a match to the frequency of your desire, then the universe will give you a path. And isn't that the biggest thing about the law of attraction, about creating your reality, about becoming a deliberate creator? It's about trusting in your power and trusting in the universe. The universe has got your back. You need to practice faith, which brings me to my next point. It is really important for you to believe that this could be a possibility for you. You have to practice that unwavering faith, even if you don't know how it's going to come. Just knowing that it will, that it can and it will. Talk to the universe. Speak to your inner being daily, saying, I don't know how, but I know it's coming. I know it's on its way. Things like that, because then you are encouraging yourself. You are shoring up your own belief. I know it's coming. I know that I get to choose what I want in my reality. I know that I am a creator. I don't know how it's going to come and I don't know when, but I know it's coming and I know it is mine. Things like that, self-talk, daily self-talk is always going to help you, because in a way, whether you realize it or not, you are self-soothing. You are soothing yourself into believing what you want can come to you. My next point is things can and will manifest when you have a strong, really strong desire and not too much resistance. When you have a strong desire, which means there is a lot of energy flowing toward what you want, it's inevitable. The outcome, the result is inevitable. And by releasing some resistance or practicing those resistant thoughts less, that strong desire will carry you. You don't have to even try and goose up that desire or that thing that you want, your goals, because that will carry you. It's such a strong energy current that it will carry you to the manifestation, to the result. The best way to have as little resistance as possible is to not feel that desperation or that need. I really need this to be happy. I really need this in order to feel satisfied in my life. My life will be perfect if I have this. I won't be unhappy if I have this. And that kind of thinking will never really get you the results you want. You will never be happy and you'll never be satisfied. And things that you want will be long in manifesting. They will take a long time to manifest for you. In other words, appreciate what you can. Appreciate what you can around you. Find satisfying things in your life. There are satisfying things, I promise you. Find things that you are interested in. Try to feel as happy as you can be right now, and then that need and that desperation for what you want dissipates, and then boom, manifestation. Okay, so the big question is, how can you believe in the impossible? How can you believe that, I've believed my whole life that I couldn't do anything like this. So how can I just start to believe it now? People are believing and doing the impossible every single day. Realize that, understand that, find evidence of that everywhere that you can. Here's a big part of it. When people are looking for evidence and success stories, or just information of what is possible, what can I change? Can I manifest this thing that I want? Can I manifest changing my eye color, for example? We tend to weigh the pros and cons. How much success have people actually had in doing this? And how much have we failed in trying to do this? And you just can't look at it that way. You cannot focus on the negatives at all if you want to have the result, the positive result that you want. Because guess what? Everyone's creating their own reality. So if you are focused on what people aren't manifesting or what people are having trouble in manifesting. So for example, with healing cavities, if you're looking at all the people who can't or haven't seemed to figure out how they can heal their own teeth, then you are just convincing yourself that you can't do it either. So what is really helpful is to only find positive stories. When you're looking at something, only look at the positive reviews. Now that might sound crazy at first because we're used to looking at the pros and cons and then deciding if this is going to work or if this is possible for us. But that does not help you to manifest things that people are having trouble manifesting or believing that they can. You have to find the people who are doing these things, or the beliefs that tell you that you can do these things, and focus solely on that and ignore everything else. Ignore everyone else's failed results, because it's not about anyone else, it's about you and your creating. Believe that the universe will give you that solution. Your expectation gives you the results. What you expect for anything in your life is what you receive every single time. Just hold the expectation that the universe is going to give you an answer. The universe is going to give you a solution. And that may just be enough for you to let go afterwards and then receive that solution. I actually heard a story of a man who he had problems with his jaw and it misaligned his face and his body. And somehow he came into alignment with his desire, and he was led to certain exercises for the jaw that actually transformed it, changed his bone structure, and changed the symmetry of his face and his body. So again, it doesn't matter which way it's going to come, and you don't have to know that right now. You just have to know that it is coming, and then it will and can happen for you. Lastly, I just want to sum up with this extremely powerful thought. And I want you to think about this as you move through the next few days. Every single thing that is said to be true is true because someone believed in it enough to make it true. Think about that. Every single thing. So whether it's a negative thing or a positive thing, someone believed in it, practiced a thought, which became a belief, and did this enough to make it true in their lives. So realize that anything can be true if you give enough attention to it. So I want you to ask yourself as you're moving through your day, when a thought comes up, whether it's positive or negative, ask yourself, do I want this to be my truth? Do I want this thought to be true? And if not, stop thinking that thought, because that will be creating a negative experience for you. And if it is something that, yes, I want this thought, I want this thing to be true, then keep thinking those thoughts. Every thought you think will become true if you keep thinking it. Now that's big. That is big. That is powerful, and I hope you take that with you. Also, I just wanted to quickly add in that my eyes actually did change color. I didn't do it deliberately. It happened while I was a teenager, but I still think that is a really powerful thing. One, because they say that for the most part, your eyes, after your first year of life, your eye color is permanent. So any change after that is really kind of doing the impossible, yes? And so I originally had blue eyes, just pure blue eyes. And then when I was a young teen, I remember looking at photos of models who had blue-gray eyes, and absolutely loving them and wanting them so bad, but not even thinking, you know, I don't like my eyes, or how am I gonna try and get this color eyes? It was just, that is such a beautiful color, and I would love to have that. And I really think that was part of my change, because the first change that my eye color went through, a short time after that, was blue-gray. And shortly after that, they became a little bit green too. So not exactly sure what color my eyes are. They look different in different lights, but if I had to say what color they are, they're like a green-gray. So I changed my eye color when really that is something that does not happen often. And so take that as evidence that you can change your eye color, and I have read other people's stories who have had success with that as well. I really only mentioned a few different things to manifest in this video, but I really am targeting everything that just kind of seems a bit impossible, or something like, oh, I don't know if I could do that because no one has done that, or not many people have achieved that. And it doesn't matter what anyone else has achieved, you can still achieve it. And I think that that is one of your purposes here, for sure is to do the impossible and set a new standard for other people to be inspired by and follow. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell for more videos, and have a beautiful day.